School leaders all across the state. We're expecting some detailed guidance from the Texas Education Agency today on just how they're going to handle campuses when they reopen in the fall. What's it going to look like? How are things going to work? Our Steve Pickett joining us live from Dallas, where questions about health guidelines still exist at this hour. Steve?
They do. That discussion will go on. Also, part of this, Doug, is to find out the funding aspect of educating kids under the aura of COVID for every school district in this state. I spoke with Dallas ISD Superintendent Michael Hinojosa. He told me part of that conversation is that, yes, the state will fund, quote unquote, at home learning. So many youngsters will be staying at home starting in the fall again for that education at home. But what about the health concerns when they come back to some of these schools, the protocols and procedures here on campuses like this one behind me? Adults and children who will return to these campuses, DISD will reopen these schools, and we anticipate about 75,000 students, about half of the population, will come back to these schools. Districts were anticipating state guidance from the TEA on actions to take to reduce the risk of COVID spread at school sites. For example, would the TEA require masks for teachers and students? Well, Dr. Hinojosa said the TEA did not discuss any guidance on health rules. It's been pushed back essentially until July, that conversation. Here's exactly what he said.
I was expecting that answer today. We did not even talk about that today. So those rules are going to come later, and we're already at the end of June. So no, we don't know what the rules of engagement are. But I can tell you this, safety is a huge priority for us. We have our own rules. We already have plans to test students. We already have plans. We've already purchased plexiglass. We've already purchased masks. We've already purchased face shields. So we're going to do that whether they tell us we have to or not.
Now, for clarification, students will not be tested for COVID-19. They will face screening protocols. That includes simply asking their parents questions if they've been exposed to anyone who's been sick. Temperature checks will occur, however, for teachers, but no tests at these schools for COVID-19. And again, the focal point based on this school district and others, they have plans in place to protect kids. Even on buses here for DISD, they'll require masks, have those plexiglass separators on campuses. But what will the TEA require in terms of guidance for this district and others? We're still waiting. Reporting live, Steve Pickett, CBS 11 News.
And Steve, thank you. And speaking of other districts, we did hear from Fort Worth ISD Superintendent Mike Morath. That was less than an hour ago. In a statement, he said that he still doesn't have all the details, but looks forward to more information being shared next week. In Collin County, we did find out families who live in Frisco ISD are going to be receiving what are called commitment forms next week. It will ask them to choose between sending their child to a campus for the fall semester or keeping them at home and taking part in what the district calls a virtual academy. Allen ISD, we know, by the way, says they plan to roll out their plan for the fall next week, so that's a wait and see. And districts all across Texas are trying to come up with the best game plans they can, but teachers in Dallas specifically tell us they feel like they're being left out of the crucial planning phase taking place right now. Brooke Rogers sat down with one of several today.
I spoke to 5 DISD educators today, and while there's no real consensus about what the school year should look like, they all agree that decisions are being made without them. The teachers say when they contacted the administration to offer their input, officials responded by sending them a survey, asking if they could physically return to the classroom. They say they're concerned they'll have to choose between their jobs and their or their family's health. They worry that the district is creating a plan when there is no one-size-fits-all solution. They say each campus and each grade level has its own set of challenges.
And who's going to do the temperature for everybody? Who's trained to do the temperature for everybody? Who's going to clean in between classes? They were talking about cleaning in between. Where's the manpower going to come from to be able to do all these things? Now, and like we all are saying, include us. Let us know what's going on, or at least get some ideas from us.
We're the ones in the classroom with the kids. We're the ones that are going to be risking our lives and their lives. They're in a tower.
Many districts, including Dallas, have asked parents which option they prefer, in-person classes, online learning, or a hybrid of the two. But the teachers say they're not getting a choice. I asked each of them which model they'd prefer. You might be surprised by what they chose. I'll have more on that tonight at 10. Brooke Rogers, CBS 11 News.
We will see you then, Brooke. Thank you. In the last hour, by the way, DISD did send us a statement saying in part that teachers will be, quote, extremely critical to the success in the fall. More conversations are going to be taking place at the campus level, they say, in the month of August. I also spoke with Governor Greg Abbott within the last hour about the concerns that many parents and teachers have about when school resumes for the fall semester. He said that there are two primary focal points right now as the Education Commissioner rolls out the reopening plan.
One is the primary thing will be the health and safety of the teachers and the students and the parents. The second is to build in flexibility. What that means is flexibility to make sure that all children will be able to be educated, whether it be in a classroom with a teacher or working with the teacher through distance learning strategies that school districts will have perfected when school starts this year, as opposed to the way they had to pick it up midstream in the last school year.
Governor also said that there will be an announcement coming very soon. Didn't give us a specific date, though.